Hello, Mark at the gun room, and today we are going to look at budget guns. And I know my last video on budget guns, everyone said that's not a budget gun. It is for a pre-charge, but by the by, I thought let's have a look at spring guns because we have sort of neglected them on this channel for a bit of a while. So I have got three budget-friendly springers to have a little look at. We have the Camo Whisper Sting, which is in synthetic. It's sold on its own, it doesn't come with a scope, whereas the other two we're going to look at do come with scopes. We've also got the Camo Hunter 440 in the wood stock, which is becoming uncommon now to actually find a spring airgun with a reasonable wood stock on it. And we've also got the rather heavy Remington Warhawk, which is a lovely little addition because it is in fact an underlever. So much like the last test we did, we're going to have a look at accuracy, obviously. Loading, how easy are they to load? Obviously, it's not magazines on this one. It's going to be what is the cocking system actually like. We're going to look at pellet fussiness. However, I have a sneaking suspicion that I will be the weak link in shooting these rather than the pellets. You're going to have to bear with me. I shoot pre-charged air guns. I mainly kit up pre-charged air guns. Very seldom do I actually shoot spring air guns, and I respect anyone out there who can shoot one very, very well. If anyone can shoot them very, very well, there is a competition on down at the gun room in Ivybridge, and it's the Precision Cup. So it's a bench rest competition, open to all, spring guns, air guns. It's really impressive to see people shoot there, actually. Good, friendly competition. Right. Let's go in the range and see what we can do. Right then, so accuracy test. We are going to put 3 shots, because my arm's not going to be up to doing 5 shots in each all the time, on each circle. We are going to use RWS Superdome for the first test across the board. All of these are in 2.2 caliber. I know I'm going to be holding it wrong, but I'm going to hold it wrong for all of them. So before you put it in the comments, yes, I know, I'm holding it incorrectly. But we'll start off with the Camo Hunter 440. This comes with a little 4x32 scope, so it's not amazing. You'll probably want to upgrade it if you were to go for one. But it's perfectly reasonable for what most people will want to be doing with something along the lines of a budget airgun. Right, it has, manual safety. So the safety is in actual fact in front of the trigger. So you've got to push it away from the trigger to fire, which is, it's where a lot of people are putting safeties now. I personally would prefer a safety somewhere other than in front of the trigger, but, you know, teaches good range safety. Right, let's see. It's actually, I know I make it sound quite hard work. It's not. It is actually quite a smooth cocking action on this one. I'm just not used to doing any level of manual labour. I'm just attempting to move the microphone so that I'm not going to deafen you. But we are going for the central target for the Hunter 440. 3 shots. Let's see how we go. Ooh. Nice firm spring. It's quite a light gun. So it is an extremely light little thing, so it wants to jump out a bit, but it will be lovely to carry. And it does feel solid though, like all of the build quality on it and the wood. I don't know if you can hear that. It's a proper bit of wood on it. Nice to shoot. Little bit pingy, but that's mainly because of the weight. So you're going to get quite a lot of noise out of it because there's not enough metal work on it to dampen it all down. But the scope's really reasonable, little Camo scope. It does also come with fibre optic open sights. If you want to shoot open sights, make it really hard for yourself. I'm a big fan. You don't often see wooden stock brake barrels anymore unless you're starting to look at the Viroc HW99. And then you'll be quite a bit more again. But But really impressed with that one. We'll move on swiftly to the Gammo Whisper X. So the Whisper X has a polymer shroud on the barrel. The only upside I can see to that is the sweat in your hands is not going to rust the barrel. So that's a bonus. It's also got a dampener on the end. Whether that makes a difference considering that you've got a massive spring on the inside of the body flying forward, I don't know. Does make it a bit easier to cock because you've got a proper handle. Obviously I've got small hands, but if you've got big hands, then you've got something to actually grab hold of on it. Synthetic stock, let me microphone test. Not the cheapest sounding stock, but equally it is still a synthetic stock. So it's textured on the foregrip and around the pistol grip, but it's not really stippled like a Varrock 100. But then again, it's not going to be, it's a different value. This gun is slightly unfair because I've put a Hawk fast mount on it to get it working, because these aren't sold with scopes. So this one has an unfair advantage on the scope, but let's see how it goes. It's quite a light gun. I'm just wondering whether this one's going to jump around quite a bit. Easier to cock, I think, than the Hunter 440. And we are going to go for the bottom left target for the Whisper Sting. Well, that could be me. It is very, very light, so it's wanting to jump around quite a bit when I fire it. This would be absolutely fantastic for shooting around farmyards and carrying, because it is so light. But for out and out bench rest target shooting, maybe not so much. Looks like they're touching. I am going to put another one down just to see if that first one was cold bore or me or what was going on. It would appear there was something going on with that, but looked like a reasonably good group. I won't know until I go and have a look, but a bit more pingy than the 440. I would expect that. It's lighter, so it's going to reverb. It's also a hollow synthetic stock, so you're going to feel that in your jawbone. Nothing wrong with it. I don't think I'd want to go and do a 3-hour range session with it, but for general shooting and plinking, that actually isn't bad. Let's move on to the Remington Warhawk. So, underlever, very, very good value for an underlever. Few features. It does come with a 3-9x40 scope, which is unbranded, but that's, you know, that's not the end of the world. Holding on to the lever at all times with an underlever. This one actually has a release behind the trigger, an anti-bear trap, which I really like on an underlever, so that you have to press that to release it. Safety on this one is in front of the trigger, and you've got to pull the safety towards the trigger to turn the safety off. I think I like that even less than the one you've got to push away from the trigger to turn safety off. I think pulling something towards a trigger while turning the safety off, possibly not made for kids. But we'll see, we'll see. Right, let's have a look. Scope is not good. Oh no, it's just my eyes. No, Mark, you're getting older than you thought. Does that improve it? Oh, miles better. I retract my previous statement. Scope's actually not bad when you've set it up. Jesus, that trigger's all right. That's actually probably the best trigger of all three, which is unusual. Right, let's have a little look. Oh, anti-bear trap. Automatic safety. Very light trigger. Doesn't look adjustable to me. Not that's a bad thing. And actually very comfortable to shoot. Because it's much heavier than the other two, it's far more forgiving on the vibration. Let's go down and have a little look. So as you could hopefully see on the video there, the Gammo Hunter 440 by far did the best group, shooting RWS Superdome, closely followed by the Gammo Whisper Sting, which I did not expect. It was so light that I thought that's probably not going to shoot very well, but actually it's quite a respectable group on that. The Remington I'm actually a little bit disappointed with. I think that can do a lot better than what I did with it. But for the next load, we're going to shoot JSB Exact, slightly higher quality pellet. We're going to put the 14.35s through them to give them a bit of a better chance. You're not going to watch me shoot because that gets quite boring, but we're going to do the same thing. We're going to shoot the Gammo Hunter 440 in the center target, the Gammo Whisper Sting on the lower left target, and the Remington Warhawk on the lower right target. Hopefully, if my editing goes right, cut to target. So what have we learned? We have learned I can't really shoot spring guns. That was all shot at 20 meters as well. So all the same, all shooting the same pellets as you saw. You probably saw in the video, but I couldn't through the scopes. The RWS Superdome, very good, very impressed. JSB, not so much. None of them shot that overly well. But I'm surprised with the RWS Superdome. That's very, very, very good. The Gamo Hunter 440, I think, would be my favourite. Weight-wise, it's probably the best for compromise with taking some weight out, but being heavy enough to be able to shoot comfortably for a longer period of time. If you shoot a spring gun that's too light, I end up finding that it really rattles me about and it becomes quite uncomfortable and a bit of a chore. So the Gamo Hunter 440, I think retailing at around 240 off the top of my head. They come with a scope, which is a big bonus. Obviously, you do get the fibre optic open sights as well. It's a really simple gun. It's very well finished. All the bluing on the barrels are actually very, very good. And the finish on the wood is very good as well. There's no bits where the dye is darker than other little parts. The checkering, yeah, it's not amazing, but equally, it's perfectly functional. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. The safety is the only thing I would like them to sort out. I would like a little bit more space, but that's personal preference. That's not necessarily a downside. Really good little buy. I think the Gamo Whisper Sting, yeah, nice to shoot. I probably wouldn't buy it if I was going to go and use it on the range for any long periods of time. I think if I was doing half-hour sessions plinking in the garden, that would be absolutely perfect. And it weighs almost nothing. Honestly, it's so light. I was really surprised I could get the target that I did with it on those Superdomes. Actually, very, very nice. Yeah, it's synthetic. Yeah, all right. The trigger guard's plastic. The trigger's plastic. The barrel is coated in plastic. But I don't see a problem with that. It's really utilitarian. You could use this as a tool, and admittedly, it doesn't come with a scope, but for less than £200, you've got yourself quite a well-made sub 12, but up there, 2.2 airgun to do target shooting, pest control, whatever you want. I think very good little option. The only thing is being careful what scope you put on it. Obviously, that will impact the accuracy. And then we come to the Remington. Good bits. It's very good value. It comes with a scope. It's got quite a lot of heft. The finish on it is actually not bad. The wood is, it's not the most expensive wood, but it is wood, real wood. Really like the cocking on it, actually very, very clever. And I really like the anti-bear trap device on it. I think that is phenomenally clever. What I don't think is clever is having a safety that turns off when you pull it towards the trigger. That I would change, but equally there is quite a bit of distance between the trigger and the safety, so I don't think it's a massive, massive issue. It's a little 3 to 9x40 scope that comes with it, and I think these are around the £200 mark off the top of my head. £200 for an underlever airgun, which you can have in 177 as well if you so wish. I think actually I can put up with all of its little foibles. I think if I can get a full kit for roughly £200 on an underlever airgun, it's not a Viroc HW97. The shroud on the top is polymer and the catch underneath is polymer, but it's less than half the price of a HW97. Put your thoughts in the comments. If you want any more videos like this, please do put them in the comments as well. Obviously, we've been quite busy. We're currently organising an airgun open. So if you're interested, have a little look on the website. But all the manufacturers of pretty much all of the airguns that are mostly available widely are all coming down. You can come down and you can try whatever airgun and you can look through all the optics. It should be a really good day out. There will also be catering there as well from a real pig company, so that could be worth it. But yeah, Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it was helpful. See you on the next time.